All right, so this is my exact workflow for turning Reddit into a pipeline of high intent buyers at zero customer acquisition cost. So I actually work with 3 clients over a span of 2 months to grow their startup from $0 to 5 figures in revenue using this exact workflow. So right now you're probably burning money on dead channels. Either you're building in public on Twitter or LinkedIn, posting about your product over there, or you're basically spamming cold emails or cold DMs at high volumes just to get a 1 to 3% reply rate and end up in the spam folder anyway. Or you are spending a bunch of money on Google ads or Meta ads or any type of ads just to receive 300 to 400 CAC with zero trust anyway. And these are expensive and they don't compound anyway. But the real kind of treasure that people are kind of skipping over is posting on Reddit. So people are literally posting looking for a tool that does X. So that could be whatever service that you're providing through your startup. And this is the highest intent traffic on the internet right now that people are skipping over. And of course, Reddit posts rank #1 on Google for product searches as well. So if you can optimize for this, you can easily get over 10,000 monthly visitors to your site completely for free. And one channel is leads, of course. So these are some case studies I did for my startup itself. I basically sold my startup by finding high intent leads and high intent buyers on Reddit who are actually looking for my startup already and basically having the problem that my startup solves. And then I would just slide into their DMs telling them, hey, this is my startup. If you want to check it out, it solves the problem that you are kind of facing. And I've gotten over hundreds of conversions through that technique. And of course, if you want GSEO traffic, this is my kind of search results right now just from Reddit. And as you can see, I get 6,000 clicks over 3 months, and these are the highest intent possible. So I get a lot of conversions just from 6,000 clicks. And from over 6,000 clicks, I've got hundreds of buyers. So this is a insane way to get conversions for your startup. So let's just start off with, how to actually implement this workflow. So step 1 is, of course, finding 4 to 5 subreddits where your buyers hang out. So whatever niche you're targeting, you want to find the subreddits, where they hang out. And then you want to write a killer 2-line description. So whatever, it's not about what your product does. It's about who you're targeting to, who are your buyers, and so on. So it's who it's for plus what pain point it solves. So of course, not the features. And then there's a bunch of tools that allow you to basically optimize for GSEO or find Reddit leads. But this one does it all. I use LinkedIn.com, which allows you to basically enter a description and plus 1 key subreddit. So of course, you can keep rotating the subreddits to get even more leads. You can run the execution and you can get scored leads ranked by buying intent. If they are high intent, you can DM them via the Chrome extension. So basically automatically DMs or comments or whatever, basically linking in your product or helping them solve the problem that they're facing. And then after 24 hours, you can edit the link, to basically kind of soft launch your product, which will of course boost up in rankings as well. And of course, warm outreach is equal to more replies. Pretty self-explanatory. And then you can go from whatever funnel that you are currently implementing. So you can go to replies, calls, or like a book a demo, and then that's your customer right there. So on this guide right here that I'm going to link down in the post, you can basically have all of the entire workflow already, and it also shows you how to actually implement it through videos. So for example, right here, you can create a request and you can actually put in a description. So it basically autofills the entire pipeline for you, and it will find you leads for your startup. And let's say if I want to go here, you can see something like this. You get a bunch of kind of leads in a spreadsheet, or you can see it in a CRM type view on the actual platform itself. So it's very useful. This is what I use. And let's say if you don't get high intent, you can refine the description or include more kind of targeted keywords or broaden them and retry the execution. Of course, step 6 is generate the keyword list. So of course, the platform allows you to generate a bunch of high intent keywords for your startup already. So if you scroll down the guide, you can see it basically allows you to describe your product, the features of it, and so on. And it will basically understand it and give you a list of keywords, just like it says on the Reddit guide right here. It'll give you a list of keywords, and it will allow you to basically kind of understand what keywords people are already searching up on Google so that they can lead to your product. And then, of course, you can find targeted subreddits like you did on step 1. And you can create a campaign with your product details and generate Reddit-style content matching those keywords as well. So the entire platform allows you to do that as well. So let's say, for example, you want to create content that ranks for a specific keyword. The platform will help you and basically create that content for you that you can post on Reddit, and it will automatically start ranking for that specific keyword. And all you have to do is kind of match the generic kind of layout that subreddit has. So it basically allows you to see what layout this subreddit has in a kind of research format. And you can basically see what posts are already working, and then it will copy that format onto your post. And then it allows you to drop your link and give you kind of advice on how to actually properly get upvotes and kind of get traffic to your post. So of course, you don't want to put your link on right at the start. You want to basically put it after 24 hours after the post is already kind of gaining traffic, and then that's how you rank on Google for that specific keyword. So whenever someone searches up on Google, they will see your startup instead. So on the guide, you can basically see what I'm talking about here. You can see that when someone searches up looking for X tool, or looking for, whatever tool or problem that they're kind of facing, a Reddit post will almost 100% of the time be the first kind of result. And imagine you can have your startup or whatever on that specific post right under it after 24 hours, after it's done ranking, so that people would click on the post and then see your product link and click to it. So that's how you get GSEO optimization. So Google search optimization right there. So Google ranks Reddit threads first, and then the post ranks for months. Of course, you might want to wait maybe 30 days for that post to properly start ranking, but it could start ranking in just less than 24 hours. And you can get thousands of monthly visitors on Autopilot after kind of, let's say if you want to just do one keyword, that's going to get you limited traffic. So imagine you can track and cover all of the keywords for your specific startup. That would get you a bunch of monthly visitors. Now the next part is the complete Reddit marketing flow. So let's say if you have your GSEO or Google search engine optimization completed, basically what happens is that ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, all of these AI search engines will start basically scraping these Reddit threads and recommending your product to other people who are looking for, a tool that solves the X problem that your tool is solving. So basically what happens is that it's a whole entire spiral. Your Reddit thread gets ranked on Google, and then it gets scraped by all these AI search engines. And then right after that, you will get tens of thousands of monthly visitors from recommendations of AI search engines. Pretty simple. So every AI runs on Reddit content, just like I said. ChatGPT and ChatGPT search. Reddit is the second most cited source. And OpenAI actually pays Reddit a reported $70 million a year for it. So it's absolutely insane why people don't capitalize. I'm not sure why people don't capitalize on Reddit for kind of search engine optimization. Google pays Reddit $60 million a year for it as well, for Reddit as the most cited source. Google, Gemini, Perplexity, they all do it as the most cited source in their answers, so that they can basically take that source and recommend it to users. So of course, all these search engines are going to basically recommend your tool if your product is on the top thread for a specific keyword, or the keywords that people are basically having buying intent towards too. So I'm just scratching the surface with this video. If you want the full guide on how you can actually do it step by step, the link is under this post. It basically has video representation, so it actually kind of guides you step by step. through videos on how to implement all these, pipelines, kind of figure out how to do a content schedule and so on, how to actually find these leads that are high buyer intent, how to set up the Chrome extension so they can automate this entire process, and so on. So that's pretty much it, and what kind of benefits that you will get from this, and a ton more things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.